scan online.
Hello and welcome to e-Revolution's coverage of this TGL 8v8 final featuring Team NGA versus Strike Force Rangers. We have Team NGA from the Eastern Division coming through to this final, taking a path through from quarterfinals and running into Element Zero in their first match, Armory in their second match, and in the semi-finals beating out K-Thanks Bye to finally make it into this final against SFR. SFR taking wins against Team Who Rubik's in a very exciting match. Everyone thought that was an excellent match actually. Team Rubik's in the quarterfinals, and a controversial win over Massive Unit, taking a forfeit win for an early EMP strike by Massive Unit. A lot of activity over that on the forums. Casting with me tonight will be Cornut taking the EU side for Strike Force Rangers, and with me on the camera, Limek. How you going, guys?
What's up, Amanda? What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys.
This final will be taking place on City Power Plant, the 8v8 version. Again, a lot of people having a few comments to make about this map, saying that it's not a very good finals map, but it's I guess it plays out more interesting than 8v8. What's your opinion of City Power Plant, Corner?
Well, City, whenever I was competing, I was always, the infantry only side. And I tell you what, we hated City, but you get some great matches when you have 8v8 because, you have the armor and you have a gunship as well, I believe, there at the reactor core. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot more exciting when you're playing with vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. As an infantry map, this map is really tough, actually. We played TG 7th played Rival on this map, and it was just, due to the buggies on 6v6, it's just a really tough map. Same CPs as for 6v6 as it is for 8v8. If you've got the map up there, Limek, I might run through from south to north. We have, for the pack side, they start out with military outpost, and then that's their only the UCBs are capped initially, and both teams will need to cap the 3 neutral flags in the middle. Starting from east to west, we have warehouses, reactor core and offices on the west side, and EU starts their UCB at power generator. Now, I know you've never played this, or you're saying you never played this one, Cornut, on 8v8, but do you have any ideas on how you would strategize for the pack side, for example, coming out of this?
Well, I mean, definitely, they're going to take the car, and I'm guessing they'll have the commander get out there, kind of in between warehouses and reactor core, and, they might send another body to help get warehouses up. But my guess is the rest of the pack side, they're all going to go to reactor core to try to meet, the EU side, because SFR, if SFR is going to be EU, I mean, that reactor core is going to be the primary focus, and I believe I think it was, I can't remember. We actually casted a match on this map, and somebody was just amazing in that gunship and pretty much, handed the team. So, I mean, if there's a pilot and they can get that gunship, I don't know if either side has a good pilot / gunner, but getting that may be a good strat for one of the teams if they can use it.
Yeah, it actually mixes this map up a lot because you can't ever rely on having that gunship. So the power generator being such a contentious flag, it's actually really hard to get the gunship up once it's down as well. A lot of the time it's got a slow respawn time, and often people are camping that gunship, and if you're contesting it, then it's quite easy for the team to take it down before it even gets to take off. So that's going to play a big role here. If you've got a good gunship gunner who can stay alive and get repaired on the distant helipads, then I think that could be a turning point to take out the enemy armour. Of course,
Absolutely, there is.
Factor. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, because I mean there is walkers, there's tanks. I mean, if you know Battlefield has it, this map has it. This is a very, very armor-heavy map.
Yeah, both teams initially starting the deployment at their UCBs with a tank and an APC, and a buggy, of course, to start off with. And then each gimme flag also spawns a walker for the team that owns it. For the home team, the closest team, it will spawn a walker. If the enemy team takes it, it will actually only spawn a buggy. So that's actually an interesting element of the strategy that I see some teams play into here, is where they actually will go for the enemy team's gimme flag, but they will allow them to cap it while they camp the spawn for the walker. I say watch out for that from NGA and SFR. There is a good chance that they will be sitting off the enemy's gimme flag and possibly deployed directly next to the walker on a few occasions. We haven't scrimmed either of these teams on this flag. Actually no, we scrimmed NGA on 8v8 on this flag, so we're not sure exactly how they end up deploying. But that's a very common strategy with a lot of teams.
And see, me being an infantry guy, I wouldn't have known that. I would have been one of those teams that fell victim to it.
We are still waiting on SFR. We don't actually have any of their players on yet, but while we're waiting on that, I might just call out NGA's roster because they look like they're all here and ready to go. For NGA, we have starting up Goodspeed, Sinister, Jazzylove, Trooper as the commander, Stachnik, Quick, and CERN-1. Looks like NGA are still waiting on one more player, and SFR are waiting on their entire team.
You know, not that I've played either of these teams, but I've seen NGA play, you know, in various shoutcasts, and I'm probably going to give them the edge here. But, you know, SFR has surprised us before. I mean, look what they did to Rubik's. So, I mean, anything can happen, but I'm going to say NGA is the favored team, and they will get it in 2. That is my prediction, but you know how those go.
Yeah, NGA, I would say that most people would give them the upper hand here. SFR have given us surprises, though. It's hard to say. They're very keen on scrimming. They're always asking teams for scrims. They have been practicing for this, so they're not coming into this with the assumption that they're going to lose. So they definitely want to win this one. You know, NGA, I think their interest in 2142 has definitely dropped off towards the end of this season. They didn't really it didn't seem to me like they were big on their practicing with against rival for their 6 versus 6. And I dare say they probably haven't scrimmed this very much at all. I don't know how much you know about it, Cornut, but I haven't seen NGA really taking that much of an interest in 2142. Obviously, they're a very naturally talented 2142 team with a lot of experience, so they're going to come into this obviously playing very well with very strong infantry. I just wonder whether the practice is going to make a difference here.
Yeah, it looks like Zoidberg is that 8th player for NGA. He's loading up now, but definitely, I mean, you could tell in that rival match, you know, I expected it to be a lot closer, but, you know, NGA, I mean, Strider said that some of them got bit by the World of Warcraft bug or something, so, I mean, I guess you see what happens when you play that kind of game.
Exactly. I don't know whether they actually necessarily got bit by the bug, but it just seemed that the overall attitude of a few teams in 2142 towards the end of the season was starting to drop off, and I think a lot of them were just looking for stuff to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Having made it into both finals though, so obviously NGA have some depth of talent there that's going to get them through regardless of whether they play hard or not towards the end.
You know, I won't resort to World of Warcraft. I've just been playing a lot of the Frontlines beta and the Crisis beta lately. Which, you know, ever since I started playing that Crisis, I had to update my driver. So if any of you know how to, I can't get my dual monitor set up to work right with these new drivers for Windows x64. Send me an X-Fire if you know how. That's just, you know, me begging for help. I can't figure it out for the life of me since I updated drivers.
Well, considering that we're still waiting for a single SFR player to join up, I think we could probably kill some time with some Crisis tech support.
What was that? We kill some time with what?
With some Crisis tech support.
Oh, I don't need help with Crisis. I need help with my dual monitors, you know, because I like to have my X-Fire and IRC up on the other monitor, you know, and I just can't get it to work.
Talk about Crisis.
No, I had to update my driver to the beta driver because I have an NVIDIA card in order to play Crisis, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just not very computer literate, I guess.
Yeah, you're more into the shooty-killy things, not the keyboard.
Exactly. That's what I do.
I'm just going to see, I'm going to try to hassle SFI here and try to get them onto the server because this is starting to get tight on time.
Yeah, you know, that bill for internet radio, you know, we gotta keep something going. We can't just, you know, let's play a song anymore. We need to get some people out there that have bands to give us their music to play. As long as it doesn't suck.
And it's not rap, eh, Cornet?
Yeah, and it can't be rapped. I'm sorry.
Okay, SFR assure me that they are joining in, so let's hope they do a mass, very quick join and there aren't any problems.
Yeah, you'd think, you know, with this much cash on the line, they'd would have been in here early, but maybe they're trying to get a last-minute scrim in, get as much practice as they can.
I think that's what's been the case. I think they're pretty, you know, last-minute jitters as well. Probably just getting everything organised here. Easier when you've got the home server as well. NGA are already relaxed and in the server.
Yeah, you know, even though NGA lost to Rival yesterday, and even if they were to lose today, they've got a pretty good payday. I mean, they put in a lot of work. You know, it sucks that they stopped right there at the end. You know, they might be missing out on a few extra dollars, but either way, you know, they made it to the final match in both 6v6 and 8v8. So, you know, it's definitely an accomplishment for NGA.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy if they were. I dare say if there was a bigger cash load on the line, they probably would have tried a bit harder in so far as practicing.
I'll pay for a couple of World of Warcraft.
Buy a few mouse pads or some customized t-shirts for the next LAN party. Another thing actually I thought I might go through that we didn't mention before about the strategy on this map. Another interesting thing that can happen quite commonly, I see a lot of times happen to a team, is the buggies are pretty valuable on this map. A lot of value is often placed on the mobility of the buggies. And one thing that teams often do is make sure that they place some well-staggered EMP and motion mines in key areas where the buggies can roam. One common strategy is to put those mines out, and essentially they will hope for for the driver to get bashed out by the motion mine rather than actually get the destroy on the buggy. You see it happen quite often on this map where the motion mine will bump the driver out, but the buggy stays intact, and that's probably one of the best things that can happen to you. as a team, and if you capitalise quickly, teams will often grab that buggy and keep it safe with their commander at a back flag so that the enemy team loses a lot of mobility. So look out for that happening in this match as well. I know that it's a very strong 6v6 tactic because there's only 2 buggies. If you can take the enemy buggy, it's pretty much 90% time a win for your team.
Yeah, when we competed, when we did fast attack, we were lucky enough to have Cause, who's with Cogent now. And, he is an amazing sniper. And whenever there was a vehicle on the map that we were playing, because the 6v6 there is a few with a vehicle, he would just play sniper, and it never failed. That guy, he'll knock anybody out of that driver's seat. So, we get the vehicle unarmed.
Yeah, it can definitely turn a match around if you can grab that buggy. I know when we scrimmed this match, this map 6v6 a few times, it was pretty much a deciding factor unless you're up against a really good team. For example, Rival were able to come back pretty well from being a buggy down. But in general, it's if you're an evenly matched team, that's going to spell the death.
Yeah, what they would do is they just bring it to me, since I was always the commander, and I would just get in the gunner seat of it and command away, and come out of my commander screen and shoot if I have to. Since there's no orbital strike on 6v6, they couldn't get me out of the car. I'd just sit there and pick off people as they came to try to get it.
It looks like we do have 5 SFR players online, so just waiting for 3 more to join up. Finally getting everything together.
Luckily this map, it doesn't tend to have too long of rounds. I mean, it starts off really slow on city, but once the action starts, there's typically a bleed, since there is the 3 capable flags in the middle, and as long as you have at least 2 of them, you do have a bleed on the other team. That really helps out.
Yeah, it does help having an always-on bleed situation, as far as this would be a horrible map if there was any turtling involved, because of the large distances involved. If anyone does have any shout-outs, feel free to send them through. You can Xfire me Bamando on Xfire, it's just Commando with a B, or Cornut, which I believe is just straight out Cornut, C-O-R-N-U-T.
Or you can send me a message on IRC to Cornut and pound E-rev on the Game Surge network.
Yeah, don't forget to send that message privately so that he doesn't miss it. If you send it in general chat, it can often get overlooked, so just send a private message to Cornut.
Unless, if somebody could help me fix this dual monitor setup to work right again, you can send it in the chat in the regular chat. No one of you knows how to do it. I have the first shout out here from Destructo from KTB. Just wanted to give a shout out to the whole KTB crew over there for taking 3rd place in the 8v8s.
Yeah, KTB eventually taking out Massive Unit for that 3rd place win. Tough break for Massive Unit because they did actually win that semi-final, so they had a finals berth and they played really well. They were another team who kind of lost interest in 2142 near the end. They lost a lot of key players, but still really performed very well to make it to this, well, essentially make it to this 2142 final, only to have it yanked away. But not taking anything away from SFR, I mean, they have been a performing team, so any of those teams, including KTB, deserving of a finals berth. Especially if anyone remembers the KTB versus NGA match, that was a very very close match indeed. KTB looking like they were going to get side choice at one stage, having equal flags with a really commanding lead, almost getting NGA capped out near the beginning, and then NGA actually capping them out at the last minute for an 11-0 victory when KTB were up about 60 odd tickets to 0.
Yeah, that was a great match. I also have a shout out here from Johnny K saying NGA is to sex. I think Johnny K is a Battlefield 2 guy, I thought.
I'm actually being informed that apparently, apparently we've got, I didn't know this, it's just in where I'm being informed by both MU and KTB that that match was actually overturned as well. This is 3 overturned matches now in the final series. Pretty amazing. Apparently KTB did win that match, and then it was overturned on a forfeit. So Massive Unit actually taking 3rd place. My apologies, Crazy Legs. My mistake.
Sorry about that. I also have a shout out here from CERN1 from NGA, giving a shout out to his girl who's watching tonight. I love you, babe, but I'll wreck you in the tank. He didn't say who that girl was, though. It's probably the multiple ones, you know, so they all think that he's being special to them or something.
Okay, so we have 7 SFR players in now. Would be awesome to get a 8th one in there. Yeah, it turns out that KTB did actually have a missing AC file on their team, and that's what caused the loss. So yeah, a bit of a tough break there. Also, Crazy Legs is telling me that Massive Unit did actually want to vote, but apparently Ninja did ask for a win on that one. So they took 3rd place in the end. Yeah, I think there's a lot of tit for tat going on in these final series. You've got a lot of teams who kind of, would normally go with a rematch or something along those lines, but I don't know. It seems like the pressure really brings out the will to take the win when they can. It's a hard choice for teams, I think, in the finals. A lot of people will say that there's one thing that they'll act a certain way, but it's always hard when you're in the finals and under pressure. You can't always tell how a team's going to react in a certain situation. So, you can't blame any of these teams, I guess, for taking wins, or even, the other teams for wanting a rematch. It's a hard choice to make for these teams.
Yeah, regardless of how they choose, there's going to be people upset, I also have another shout out here, though, from Barons, sending a shout out to CERN's girl and to NGA. So I guess CERN does only have one girl.
So is it official that Trooper is actually a girl? I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, is that who they're... It wouldn't surprise me if that's who they were talking about. Who knows?
I've got a shout out from KTB Damn Clowns. Shout out to Money. $100 is serious business. And we have now, it looks like we've got 8 SFR players, so we'll just see if they're ready to go.
Looks like I can go over the SFR roster then. We have Jane Fonda, Agent, Sniper, Bradley, Orion, Maine, Dr. Froster, and Titman wearing the Daggle tags.
Okay, so we're just waiting on an OK from these teams getting ready to go. And Sniper's telling Sniper from Daggle playing for SFR right now. And we also have Tipman from Daggle also playing for SFR. both players playing for SFR all this season. Good relationship between Daggle and SFR here. KTB Big Trabowski wonders whether SFR can use the second place money to buy some digital watches. Good call. Maybe that will make them on time to their match.
Shout out from me to Scotty. Scotty, you the man. Watching the cast live tonight. Usually watches the archives the next day, but live tonight. Take care, bro.
I've got another one here to Doc from Lucky Beef from Cogent. It's just saying, shout out to Doc for being such a batty commander.
Okay, let me just give a little bit of encouragement here. Try to get them to start this match.
That's some encouragement of Amando. But try spawning so everybody can read.
Okay, we've got a live on restart from, yeah, I think I might spawn, hang on. Okay, here we go. Shout out from CERN1. He says, corner, I'm having your baby.
Yeah, I saw. I was going to reply in-game, but you had to make that public.
Well, something as special as that needs to be announced.
So I thought they were ready.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm reading. SFR's ready. NGA's been ready for since last season.
Uh-oh, somebody just got my dog tags. I hope you didn't screenshot that. Of course I was standing still. That's my excuse.
I don't know whether he's joking or not, but apparently one of the GUIDs wrong. Yeah, apparently Orion's GUID is wrong, so we're just waiting on that to be resolved real quick.
There's people that still don't have that right. This is the finals.
Yes, this could be an additional delay here. We're just, I don't know how this is going to... Orion seems oblivious to the whole GUID situation, so... Sinister's assuring everyone that he's there. Tipman says his prediction goes to NGA into because Crazy hates him. Oh, Crazy doesn't hate anyone.
This is it. We're the last ones left.
Sniper says that Crazy and Anger hate him.
Baron wants to send a shout out saying Smurf for the win.
I'm getting spammed by Lucky here saying that this is the true Lucky, don't believe the other Lucky from Cogent. It's Squirrel, aka Body Parts. Will the real Squirrel / Body Parts / Lucky B please stand up?
Yeah, I got that same one. Don't double send shout outs. But I got a shout out from Victimize to Lucky and Cogent, saying to learn how to res, and a shout out to NGA for the incoming win.
Okay, so still resolving this GUID situation. We really need to have some sort of a word game sorted out. Maybe a shout-out game of Scrabble or something for these waiting times. I always seem to get stuck with these enormous waiting time games.
Seems
what are you doing,
NGA
Corner?
keeps saying that they don't really care that Orion doesn't have a proper GUID, probably because they feel confident they can win anyway. But it seems like, why even bring it up if you don't really care, because all you're doing is causing confusion, because now they're trying to figure out if they have to sub him or not, and it seems that's what they're going to be doing now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking as well. Like, yeah, if it's not a problem, then don't mention it. I'm guessing.
Oh, we've been waiting all season for this. Come on.
That doesn't beat one of the BF2 matches and finals I had done, and I think it took like an hour to get the thing started. It seems like those big teams, they get, I don't know, gets to finals, it seems it takes longer to get things started.
Yeah, well, we're actually going to bleed out in tickets on a whole round on this one, which is, was that you with us, Corner? No, I think it was Fat Sacks, Tusk and I that did the, I think it was a TWL match where we had to wait almost an hour, 45 minutes or something for it to get started. TPE versus FMJ. That was fun.
I think it wasn't that we were waiting for it to start, it was actually running. It's just they forgot to put a time limit, and the first round lasted forever.
Yeah, I have a request from Stern here. You know, when I said he had a shout out to his girl, but, you know, I mentioned it might be more. I guess her name is Victoria. He wants me to make it known. It's only one.
Enemy tank spotted.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how, I don't know, I'm just wondering how Trooper and Victoria get along. I mean, it must be a little bit of tension there.
Enemy tank. Enemy tank. Enemy tank. Right spotted. We got company. We got company. Spotted.
Okay, so still waiting on GUID situations. I think this is being sorted out now. It looks like, yeah, it looks like Orion is being subbed out. I don't know who's coming. Maybe Dr. Froster. I don't remember seeing Dr. Froster previously, so maybe that's a new addition.
Yeah, I have another update. Lucky B from Cogent has let me know that it's not Victoria. It's actually, their name is Victor.
Yeah, Bald Eagle from Team America is actually reminding us of the Rubik's Paradigm match, which I don't think I was there for, but I'm guessing, Bald Eagle, do you want to clarify? Is that another classic long-running match that that took a while to get started? Feel free to talk about absolutely anything. Right now, we're happy just to talk.
It's alright, you're doing good. I just got added to somebody's friends list, and it's Victoria added me. So yes, it is. I was corrected. It is Victoria.
Yeah, these quiet times are always good for the old spam X-Fire ads. You always get a few. You always get a few ads during these times.
Yeah, I got Cern's girl this time, though. She just wants to give all of her love to the team. The guys, I guess, is what she said. Oh, it looks like we're going live.
Ooh. Yes, we have a restart. How exciting for all of us. Just to remind you, we are playing on City Power Plant for anyone who dozed off during that beginning. We are now into pre-round. I will be following NGA with Limek on the camera, and Corner will be coming in for SFR. NGA we're playing on the pack side, SFR on EU, and we're off.
Right now here on SFR, we've got Agent. He's a squad leader. He is in the fast attack vehicle. We got Bradley as another squad leader in the tank. Looks like he's actually in the APC, and we got Stealth Strike in the tank. We have a real strong push. Squad for SFR just all spawned in on reactor core. They're on the flag. They got it. And they now have offices. They do have the bleed on NGA. Is NGA making a push on reactor core there?
Yeah, NGA have only Goodspeed alive as usual, which is actually, props to him. He's actually got the flag halfway down, and now he's got Jazzy Love spawning on him. Two spawners, Jazzy Love and Quick. Wow, SFR kind of caught dozing there because this flag is now going out. Goodspeed got out of the radius. Jazzy Love are now Sniper taking out Quick. Jane Fonda taking out Goodspeed. Goodspeed, I think, getting a revive. Yeah, getting revived by Jazzy Love. Sniper by himself against Jazzy Love and Goodspeed. Sniper's still alive though here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We've got CERN taking out Froster, Jazzy Love taking out Sniper. We've got 3 kills here. CERN taking out Main. Double kill for CERN on Froster and Main. We've got NGA all over this reactor core. Wow. SFR kind of caught dozing there. If they'd moved hard on Goodspeed basically doing that all on his own, having enough time to spawn in. We've got a Walker coming in with Sinister, and they've now heavily locked down this reactor core. So what do we got? Are SFR mobilizing their corner?
We actually have SFR squad bombing right now on Agent at warehouses. We have a presence of, looks like, 3 infantry plus the squad leader. We have one of the infantry guys south of warehouses in the buggy, and everybody else getting on the flag, but it looks like they have the APC to deal with and a walker now, so we'll see how that goes. It looks like they actually just sent somebody to reactor core, so they're hitting both reactor core and warehouses, but it looks like it was Sniper there at reactor core, and he was taken out, so they're trying to get warehouses, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Great defense by NGA. I mean, there is still a couple guys there, but NGA also has a couple guys plus a walker.
Yeah, Sinister again showing some really good talent in the Walker, cleaning up where he's needed. He's everywhere. I mean, I don't know how he can move that Walker so fast, but he got straight to reactor core when he was needed. He came straight back to warehouses and cleaned up there, and I think it kind of hurt them because the SFR commander missed an orbital strike on the APC. He had an EMP and an orbital, and I don't know, he seemed to mistime it or something, because that APC should have really gone down. That would have given them a good opportunity. And we do have Jazzy Love up in the gunship at the moment with a gunner, so it looks like they're going to try to target the SFR Walker from this reactor core. But now Jazzy Love moving back towards warehouses because we do have an SFR APC on the flag. Missing the gunner for the gunship, they're missing the actual APC, so he's not quite getting there. One hit on the APC. Zoidberg up against the APC here, and CERN 1 taking out Jane Fonda in that APC with the tank. That flag almost going up. That flag, just barely neutral for NGA.
That flag was literally, I mean, you know how a lot of times it's like a half second away? That was up. It just hadn't switched. And they were able to get on the radius to stop it and take out the last SFR guy. That was amazing defense by NGA. And right now it doesn't look like we really have a push from SFR. That really shot them down. They're trying to start over right now. It looks like they got a... Whoa, did they steal one of... there is only 2 buggies, correct? One at each main?
There is a spawning buggy at the opposite gimme flags, but since these gimme flags are given to each home team, then there should only be 2 buggies, correct?
Well, it seems we just had SFR with 2 buggies, it looks like. Unless it was a problem with the mini-map, because, I mean, I see an NGA buggy, so that's kind of weird. But, yeah, SFR, they're in a real bad spot right now. Everybody's at offices. They do have a squad leader at reactor core, but NGA is all over it. They know they're there, but we'll see if Agent can keep his squad alive.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the impression that we've got the NGA Zoidberg and the NGA APC moving in, Sinister repairing the Walker, and it looks like they might be actually gearing up Well, it looks like SFR tried to steal on the gunship, but NGA looks like they actually ignored the gunship and just put mines down on the helipad. So NGA choosing to ignore the use of the gunship right there and just put mines down. SFR not really successful with the steal. Looks like NGA, I thought they were going to make a push on officers, but they're actually content to defend here on reactor core. They have the bleed. NGA 76, SFR 60 right now, and NGA looking in command here, so SFR are going to need to pull something out really quick. Having said that, looks like SFR, damn, all over this reactor core, but NGA contesting it now. So what's happening there, Corner?
I was just going to comment on Sniper actually tried to jihad Sinister out of the Walker, but he wasn't having that. Sinister came through, and it looks like NGA had both vehicles for a second there, but sacrificed one for a jihad.
Yeah, quick taking out Bradley in the Walker. Pretty timely. That Walker was coming and putting pressure on the reactor core, and NGA really getting the lion's share of really getting the lion's share of the armor kills right now. And SFR in real trouble. They're going to need to get some mobility to get any success here. They're just in this stalemate, and it's 74 to 49 NGA's way. Pretty heavy. We've got some long-range tank shots coming in now from CERN as well. And Sinister coming across in the Walker, so yeah, NGA really commanding this match. I think that SFR are going to need to go for the warehouses flag if they're going to be into this, because NGA have left that pretty much completely undefended.
Yeah, you know, right as you say that, we actually have an APC and a fast mover on the way to warehouses, but the APC was just jihaded. Fast mover's still up.
Wow, yeah, Statchnik getting a big kill on the APC, but getting run over by Sniper in the end, and then Sniper jihading Zoidberg as well. And then we've got Jazzy Love killing Dr. Froster and Trooper killing Stealth Strike with an orbital. So we've got Trooper on the flag by himself against what may be a squad bomb. Do we have a squad leader over there, Corner?
No, the squad leader was actually the APC, and the APC was taken out. So it was just Sniper. He was just a squad member, and I mean, he stood no chance. He was going against infantry, you know, the gunship and a tank. I mean, he gave it all he could, but couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, ticket count now 69 to 35 in favour of NGA. Getting the odd kill here, we've got Sinister fragging Jane Fonda, SFR main fragging Voss with a Voss on Sinister. Sinister obviously leaving the Walker there for a moment, so that Walker going down. A bit of a stalemate right now. It's really just NGA kind of pretty content to turtle here on these two flags with the bleed on. 67 to 31 now NGA's way. They were looking like they were going to be aggressive and go for the total bleed for a while, but I think they're rethinking that strategy and pretty much just waiting for SFR to make a move. SFR do have the Walker up. Statchnik taking out Sniper with RDX, and also take out Sniper again with the buggy, so either running him out down or with the gun. Corner, do we see SFR do anything?
No, SFR, I think they're pretty much throwing in the towel for this round. It doesn't look like they're making a push anywhere yet. I mean, they may, but everybody's pretty much just stuck there at offices. We have a fast mover which is heading to offices instead of going around to warehouses, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, we've got CERN 1 being aggressive in the tank, and yeah, as I thought, Tipman actually taking out CERN 1 with an orbital strike. Dr. Froster taking out Trooper, an agent on Goodspeed, and I think it looks like all the fighting's going on around. It looks like sort of NGA putting a small push here on officers just to keep SFR on the back foot, and that's actually a good move because yeah, you've got a few NGA players just one by one pushing into officers to keep SFR on their toes. SFR maybe not getting a good idea of exactly how many people are coming in, but we're not really, yeah, SFR are not pushing on this warehouse flag at all. So it's 60 tickets to 22 in favour of NGA.
Yeah, SFR, they started off well, but they just reacted way too slow when NGA got bodies on that reactor core. I mean, there were guys from SFR just standing outside the reactor core. You know, they didn't even know NGA was there. I don't know if it was just a lack of them not paying attention to their mini-map, or if Tipman wasn't spotting them, or what. But I mean, NGA just took that flag right from them with not very much resistance. I mean, they resisted, but it was a little too late.
Yeah, well, I mean, SFR did actually have superior numbers on that, and they took it from NGA, and really good speed on his own, spawning players on him. If they would have got there a bit faster, that would have been all over. Real turning point for the match right from the beginning, and just too hard for them to come back from here. And Sniper taking out Cern 1 in the APC. Cern 1 getting a pylon kill on Sniper, so they're trading kills tit for tat right there. We've got mines coming up on the warehouse for NGA. NGA Walker, quick in the Walker, moving up towards the reactor core. Zoidberg in the APC next to each other. Prime candidate, I would think, for an orbital strike. I'll see what happens here, whether Tippin's on the ball. But we are now 53 tickets to 12 in favour of SFR, and I think you're right, Corner. It looks like SFR are throwing in the towel. Bradley managing to take out Stachnik with the Walker, punch him out of the buggy. So that was a failed jihad there by Stachnik. We've got Agent taking out Cern 1. Bradley taking out Jazzy Love with the Walker again, and now it's Quick versus Bradley here in the Walker. Bradley already a bit hurt. Quick getting out of the Walker and then getting pylon by Stealth Strike. Sorry, pylon by Zoidberg on an Agent. Cern 1 frag grenade on Sniper, and then a Krylov kill on Main as well. And I don't know what's happening on the reactor core here. Did go neutral for a while, but we got NGA on the flag here.
Yeah, SFR, they tried to do a push probably to try to salvage as many tickets as they could. NGA, you know, they didn't let that happen. It was a great attempt, but it doesn't look like they're able to save any tickets, and it looks like the final score probably will be 46-2 unless SFR can get a pylon kill or something. That's really the only way NGA will probably lose any more tickets. Actually, they did. Look at that. Dr. Froster took out oh, who was that? He got him with the pylon. He took out, oh boy, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Final score 45-0 in favour of NGA. Reading out the scoreboards now for NGA. I have Good Speed on 8 and 5, Jazzy Love 12 and 11, Sinister in the Walker 9 and 4, Cern 1 9 and 6, Trooper with a combined score of 27. Now, what have you got for SFR over there?
It seems like it just gives me the join game. I can't see. It won't let me click on scoreboard.
Back it up there. That's cool. I've got an Agent going 10-7. Jane Fonda 6 and 10. Main 7 and 7. Dr. Froster 5 and 9. And Tipman with a combined score of 8.
That's weird. Why won't it let me see the scoreboard? I honestly didn't close it out.
You got hit by the ghost scoreboard bug. Okay, so just waiting for these guys to regroup between rounds. So what do you think SFR needs to do differently here, Cornut? I mean, it pretty much, it's interesting because it seemed like really that one engagement on reactor core seemed to be the turning point right from the beginning. So what would you take out of that as SFR?
Well, what they need to do this time is basically the same thing they did last time. I mean, they started off with the bleed, but they just reacted too slow to NGA coming up to reactor core. I mean, they all left the radius and, you know, started just going outside trying to fight people out there, but not worrying about the NGA members on the flag that actually got it neutralized. So they just need to, once they get that flag, they need to sit there and defend it for a while until they know for sure all of NGA is gone. I mean, they started off so well last round, but NGA was able to take it. So they definitely need to, I guess, get more spots or just pay more attention.
Yeah, I mean, you see it time and time again from Good Speed. I mean, that's really his strength, is staying alive, getting as close to the flag as possible, managing to stay alive, getting spawn bombs on him. They really need to watch Good Speed. I mean, he's pretty instrumental in a lot of these pushes, both in 6v6 and 8v8. And looks like we've got a live on restart from NGA.
Yeah, speaking of Good Speed, I actually just got a shout out from Victimized from Cogent, giving him a shout out asking how he doesn't die. Jeebus. You know, one thing a lot of players prefer the Krylov, and SFR is going to have that Krylov this round. Looks like we are going live.
We are live on restart, and we have Bomando, me, following. I'm reading the scoreboard here. I just read out my own name, douche. Following SFR on the pack side, and Corner following NGA on the EU side.
Here on EU, NGA, we've actually got Zoidberg in the APC, who is the squad leader. We have Goodspeed, who is another squad leader in the fast mover. We have the fast mover, looks like it's actually heading to warehouses, and the others are going to offices. So, you know, just like you said at the beginning, how some teams won't even worry about reactor core, they're not worrying about reactor core. They got a squad set up at warehouses, and the commander and both pieces of armor at offices. So I don't know if...
yeah, SFR are all over this flag though. It looks like they will get initial bleed, so a little bit smarter this time. SFR managing to quell a NGA jihad on their APC. So if you'd have to say, if SFR move fast now, they could be in a really commanding position. We could end up, I mean, it's very early to say, of course, but it looks like a very commanding position. All of SFR's vehicles are up. They're ready for anything right now, so NGA are going to have to pull something out really solid now to be able to get up here. Looks like SFR are actually setting up a good defense. Another failed jihad there on Stealth Strike. No, it was actually successful. We have motion mines, and we have Zoidberg taking out Dr. Froster with the groundhog. Yeah, a failed push by NGA on the warehouse there. Go ahead, Corner.
I was going to say, you may say SFR has a good defense, but as you say that, Goodspeed, the squad leader, is still alive. I mean, he is a spawn point, and everybody spawning on him right now is Engineer. I mean, NGA is not giving up on warehouses. I mean, Goodspeed does a good job staying alive, so I have a feeling they might be able to take out that APC next.
Yeah, this warehouse is under contention now, and we do have a couple of SFR players here. We've got to revive Tipman on Sniper. So it's Tipman and Sniper, the Daggle players, getting onto this flag. Tipman with a grenade coming in. We do have more NGA players. Goodspeed obviously staying alive here. That APC eventually being taken out. So you're right, they did manage to take the APC out. And we have an NGA Walker putting pressure on this warehouse flag now. So I wonder what's going to happen over at Reactor Core. You'd have to say that NGA are going to capitalize on this and possibly make a counter-strike on Reactor. But that might have been quelled. We have an orbital strike going down on the NGA APC, and then Froster taking out Sinister in the Walker with a pylon. So good defense there, under pressure from SFR, losing their APC. In real trouble there. Only one SFR player on the power generator, but then now that SFR did actually lose this warehouse flag. NGA very commanding. Goodspeed again, just staying alive as long as possible. Bradley taking out Quick with a demo pack, but now we do have SFR respawning on Bradley. Stealth Strike on the flag, and Jane Fonda getting out of his tank. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was actually. I mean, that tank was going down, but I don't know if you'd ever want to leave that. We do have a NGA spawn bomb here. Yeah, NGA sweeping, getting a Goodspeed getting a kill there. CERN 1 team kill on Goodspeed, but probably going to get a revive there. Sinister on Dr. Froster, and NGA will get this warehouse flag up. So NGA did get the bleed on, and very well done by them on that push. Again, NGA top work from Goodspeed.
See, I told you, Goodspeed was still alive, and that push wasn't over yet. Goodspeed is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, scores are tied now. Well, we were tied at 75 all. Now NJ have taken the slow, because of the slow bleed, they've got a lead at 75 to 73. SFR though, you'll have to think that they're a good chance to take this gimme flag of theirs if they move fast. But they are going to have to move fast. We've got a lot of NGA motion mines going out now, so almost a tough situation for them to be in right now, because we do have a SFR buggy coming in. Stealth Strike being taken out by Sinister on the flag, so good defense there. Stealth Strike getting a kill on Goodspeed, and double kill with the buggy, but being taken out. So NGA still have the bleed now, 68 to 73 in NGA's favour.
Yeah, it looks like we... I was just going to say, it looks like we have a tank on the way to warehouses from SFR. And it looks like there's a couple infantry from NGA there to try and stop it. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I can't see this tank actually doing much. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of work done just being by yourself. Sniper, oh god, agent jumping out of that tank and getting run over by a sniper. Not very good there. They actually, yeah, sniper's now by himself in a damaged tank. You really need a buggy to be transporting a squad leader there. You're not going to do much with a tank on his own. SFR now bringing APC up with Jane Fonda, but no squad leader in there. SFR need to get squad leaders there. This has been the difference between the two teams I've been noticing. I mean, you've got NGA who really have a linchpin on Goodspeed on every single attack, whereas SFR seem to be struggling for a really powerful squad leader who can stay alive like Goodspeed does, and then Stealth Strike taking out or killing himself and Stachnik with an RDX demo pack. Jane Fonda watching this flag in the APC, but really nobody to support him. We don't have any infantry support for SFR on warehouses, so not much use Jane Fonda right there. He's going to get emped right now and possibly orbitaled by a trooper. Jane Fonda leaving that APC, and I think that APC will end up going down. Yep, Jane Fonda leaving the APC for dead, and probably will get taken down, yep, by Jazzy Love with a machine gun, with the submachine gun.
Hey, you know, SFR is really doing the same thing they did last round. I mean, they start off well, but it seems like once they're down to one flag, they can't organize an attack. I mean, even last round, they never captured 2 flags on NGA again once NGA took their initial 2 away. And that's the same here.
Now,
I mean, you know...
Sorry to interrupt there. Let's look at warehouses right now. We've got Agent, the commander, actually, on warehouses flag. It looks like NGA haven't really paid much attention there. I don't know if do they have any NGA players spawning in there? We've got a buggy making the rounds, but it looks like Agent could potentially take this by himself. He's got up against one NGA player here. Agent taking out Stachnik. Wow, clutch kill by Agent there as the commander. We do have another NGA player RDXing the flag, and it looks like he might have killed himself there. Agent's still alive, taking this flag up by himself, and he will cap this flag. Wow, Agent weathering the storm of 2 NGA buggies to take this flag, but in that process, NGA were able to take reactor core, so not really a lot achieved there for SFR. They're going to have to bring this APC up and hopefully do something in this APC with a squad leader.
Hey, you know, I remember the match against Rubik's, SFR, they had such great, you know, just hitting the flags, perfect timing, you know, knowing when to hit, but, I mean, this time they just can't get themselves out of this bleed. I mean, it's kind of amazing to see, you know, such a 180, but maybe NGA is just that much better of a team. I mean, they try, but they haven't been able to get NGA on the bleed either round other than, you know, the beginning of each round, which NGA took right back, both rounds.
Yeah, it's 57-20 NGA's way now, and you have to say, we got Stealth Strike here on Warehouse's flag, but the SFR are even struggling to actually hold Warehouses on their own now. You've got 2 NGA players, 3 NGA players now with a revive. On this Warehouse flag, we've got Trooper piluming Tipman, Jazzy Love with a pilum on SFR, Agent, Dr. Froster on Jazzy Love, Stealth Strike on Stachnik, Sniper on Quick. It looks like I've got a lot of SFR kills here, but all defensive kills on warehouses, so NGA doing the job, distracting SFR on this flag while they're still on the bleed. 54-11 tickets in NGA's favour, and yeah, the squad leader's just making the huge difference here. We don't have any squad leader pushes from SFR, and NGA just happy to defend here. Main by himself on this flag, but Zoidberg take him out with the APC there. 2 NGA jihads coming in now towards SFR. Be interesting to see if they're going to get any success. Running across an EP mine, so no success there for one, but Goodspeed managing to demo pack Stealth Strike. Let's see, Goodspeed still alive, weathering the storm. Bradley trying to kill Goodspeed here with a submachine gun, but too far away to get the kill. Goodspeed on the flag here by himself. Are we going to get people spawning on Goodspeed? Goodspeed staying alive on this warehouse flag. We have 1 spawner. So we have Goodspeed with 1 extra player. We've got Jazzy Love taking out, wow, Jazzy Love getting some kills in the Talon here from above, getting some gunship support. So again, Goodspeed finally making big pressure on their win to NGA, 51-0.
You know what?
Scoreboard
No.
for sorry, I'll just quickly the scoreboard for SFR. We've got Jane Fonda 5 and 8, Main 5 and 8, Dr. Froster 4 and 8, Sniper with 5 and 9. What have you got there, Corner?
You got Zoidberg just laying it down, 21 and 2, Quick 8 and 9, Jazzy 10 and 7, Sinister 7 and 7, and Goodspeed 11 and 6. Goodspeed not doing as well of a job there, but he did do that, staying alive in the beginning there to get warehouses, which really, let them put the bleed on NGA.
So yeah, congratulations to NGA for winning this TGL 8v8 final. KTB Destructo saying good shout out to the match being as boring as the pre-game.
That's an insult to us.
The Iron Man,
that.
I guess that's going to be a tough one actually. The Iron Man's going to be a tough one to choose. I mean, I would honestly go Goodspeed again. We got that yanked away from us last time because they thought that Sinister did just as good a job. I mean, NGA overall as a team doing really well, but again, I have to say the pivotal roles I think were played by Goodspeed. What are your opinions there, Corner?
Well, Zoidberg really laid it down that second round, but the kills aren't everything. Getting that warehouse's flag when, the other team had 3 pieces of armor and lots of infantry, and they were only able to do it because Goodspeed was able to stay alive. So Goodspeed.
Let's see if I can grab Goodspeed.
If you want, you can get a bunch of the NGA players in here just to congratulate them all on a great season.
I might tell Goodspeed to bring a bunch of them.
Sounds good. Yeah, SFR just didn't have that coordinated. Couldn't decide between coordination or those coordinated attacks, but yeah, they didn't have those coordinated attacks like we saw against Rubik's. Where they're always in the right place, the right time. They knew when to hit, where to hit. They weren't clicking there on maybe City just isn't their map.
Yeah, I think nerves playing a part there, yeah, initial bleed there, and SFR actually in that second round looked like they would potentially come through, still not able to take out Goodspeed. I think that was the key, is they're not able to be aggressive on defense and get those guys. We've got Goodspeed here now on vent. We've got a couple of shout outs before we get the rest of their players in. We've got Victimize from Cogent saying that Victoria is hot, true story.
Yeah, I actually have a shout out from, check this, the actual other SDN members, the Sausage Distribution Network. My little team are actually watching their first shoutcast. About time.
We've got SFR with a shout out to KTB. Congrats on 4th place. And Destructo with the comedy shout outs. Love to Limek for his awesome action shots of the car going nowhere. So, a big welcome. Well, I think we're still waiting on a few NGA players maybe, or maybe it's just going to be good. We've got Goodspeed and CERN1 in event with us at the moment. Congratulations, guys. Well done on a good 8v8 final victory. I know you guys are sort of a little bit hurting from the 6v6. I guess you can't win them all, but it's second place and first place isn't too bad for a team that kind of, I guess we could say, you didn't really practice a lot in the last few weeks.
Practice? What's that? No, we got yeah, last night was, my ass still hurts from that. But it was a good game last night. We give props to Rival. Rival, definitely went out and earned it. We didn't give enough props, I think. They really were the team to beat this year. NGA, we lost a little interest, but that's no excuse. Rival's a great team, and we're looking forward to see them in the future in future competition gaming. Shout out to SFR, good game, guys. You guys just got a backlash of our little upset that we were last night, so do apologize. Thanks to e-rev this season, casting all our casts, keeping it up with us. Giving a shout out to the rest of my team. I mean, we win this as a team, guys. It's 8 guys that needed to win this, and same thing with 6v6. You need all 8, all 6 to play. And I would like to give a shout out to my team. If I can get the team in here, that would be awesome. I know Certain One stepped it up tonight. Zoidberg definitely stepped it up. We all stepped it up, and we played like we had to play. I mean, last night we didn't show up to play, and tonight we were ready to go. That's pretty much all I can say. I mean, squad lead, hey, I just do what I gotta do. I'm gonna let Cern take the floor for now, and if we can get us the NGA guys, then that would be awesome.
And before CERN takes over, I just want to say good job on staying alive, especially that second round there at Warehouses, when they had, armor galore, infantry galore, and there were a few times when you were the only guy still alive, but you still stayed alive, and even though, Zoidberg really laid it down that second round, the fact that you guys got the bleed on SFR was because of you staying alive there at Warehouses. Good job, good speed, good squad leading all season. It's always great to watch you, and so do you have anything to say, CERN? Give some shout-outs?
Nah, I'm just shout out to my team, they've always been there for me, even though I've given them a bunch of shit this season. I really want to thank them for sticking through it with me and tolerating some of my stupid behavior. I want to give a shout out to the community. Thank God this piece of junk game is over. Want to give a shout out to my boy Good. He's coming out over the weekend when my girl comes out, and we're gonna go drink it up and celebrate this victory. And hopefully I could get some of the other NGA boys to come out into the city and drink it up with us. So it'll be fun times.
Sounds fun, sounds fun. Yeah, I had Victoria add me to X-Fire because somebody said that, their name was Victor, and I guess she was kind of upset about that one.
Yeah, NGA sends a shout out to her. She's holding it down, and wow, she kick all your butts. I just want to give a shout out this season. I mean, this guy got overlooked a lot of times, but I gotta give a shout out to Troop. Trooper, this is a shout out from me to you, dude. You're one of the best commanders I had to play with, and I played with the best. Just keep up the great work. You did a great job this season. Just want to give you your spot in this, the shine. Good game, dude. You fucking really, oh, my bad. You really kept this team going this season, dude. And a lot of it's from you, dude. Troop, #1 in my heart.
I remember back first few casts we did of you guys, you had a different shout out for Trooper. Every time it was the same one, but I guess it's really changed this time, huh? But I do, before we go. Oh, I see. Victimize just wants to give you guys a shout out for the win. And I also have a shout out to Tough, the United Force, because, that's since I don't compete anymore, those are my pub all-star buddies.
I do want to do a quick shout out to all the players that got overlooked in our team that aren't part of our starting 8. Jazzy, Torres, Sinister just came onto our starting 8 during the finals. Scheme, Geeks, Dro, everybody that's always been part of the team and been there for us since the beginning, and gladly gave up spots for other starters that came in mid-season. I want to give a shout out to them, and I want to let them know how much we appreciate their support and them sticking behind us this whole time and sticking with us. It's been a pleasure.
Just like to welcome Zoidberg to the channel as well. Welcome, Zoidberg.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got another
Good job
shout
in the
out.
APC as well. Go ahead.
I was going to say I got another shout out for you guys from Johnny K, saying good job to all of NGA. Good games.
What do you think?
Yeah, so good combo there as well. We've got Cern 1 and Zoid here together, the APC and the tank combo there for NGA, doing a great job defending, often by themselves, on that warehouse flag on the first round especially.
Yeah, man, CERN and I have worked out a lot of pixel shots, just learning our spots pretty much. What if we need to attack from this point, stuff like that. It paid off. I mean, but I think it's safe to say that, throughout the season we pretty much did lose interest, which is why we didn't really practice as much. And it's one of the reasons why we got our asses handed to us by Rival last night, but still, it was a good game. 20-42 was awesome while it lasted. I'm happy to move on.
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing front lines in Crisis. I've also got a shout out to you guys from Big Drabowski saying good job on the championship, and it was fun in the match last week, whatever that means, but I guess you played them.
Yeah, we played them, and I don't think they deserve to go down in 2 rounds flat, but that shit happens.
I guess the question is, which game are you guys picking up now?
Quake Wars, baby. Hot is on their throne up there, and we may be a little behind, but we would like to give them a run for the money one of these days.
So not just the demo, the actual game itself?
We're going demo, we're going actual game, and we're going hardcore because Quake Wars is a comp game, dude. It took us a little bit to realize it, but if you want the true definition of competition game, that it defines it, dude. And NGA is ready to go. We actually gonna probably start scrimming tonight, and get ready.
So the question is, will CERN1 be able to bring his level 70 Gnome Warrior to Quake Wars with him?
He's already got it there, baby.
My rogue is only 49 right now. I'm a little behind.
Unless we've got any other shout-outs, I think we're probably good to wrap it up.
I got one.
Sorry, go on,
FPSGamingsolutions.com, guys. Awesome servers, awesome management. Go get their servers, man. It's good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, thanks very much, guys. Unless you got something, Corey Corner.
I don't. It looks like I don't. I have so many X-Fires. If I miss a shout-out, I'm sorry. I just get blown up.
Yeah, I closed all my windows. So good job, guys. Congratulations on the win and the second place. It's no slouch, second place on 6v6. So second and first, a good season for NGA. Well done, guys.
Woo, we're rich.
Oh, I do have a shout-out. I found one hidden from Macadami from SDN. Giving a shout out to all the Crisis Beta players, telling them to come get some of Macadami. He is good at that game. Like, I'll go like 5 and 10. He'll go like 35 and 2. It's like, man.
Yeah, anyone who's in the Crisis Beta, add us to Xfire. Be keen to catch up with some team players in that one. I've only just kind of started checking it out. Been doing other stuff so far.
Oh, I play Crisis. I like it. I think it's right now. We got to see how that goes, but I'll hit you up.
Yeah, there's definite potential there. All right.
Oh, there is. One thing, I think they might do some sort of ranking system, and being like a old 1942 fan, I mean, look at the Desert Combat mod and whatnot, and I think like PoE for BF2, I think that didn't really take off because of the ranking, because people aren't as interested in the mods. I hope Crisis will be able to be modded. I really do.
Yeah, a couple of our guys have played it. I know Quick has played it. He doesn't think it's going to be a good competition game. I know Quick went to bed, but if he does watch this cast in the future, we know that he's going to be playing Quake Wars with us.
Well, I do want to mention one thing. It has a huge CSS feel with that whole buying weapons and whatnot. I don't like that. It kind of turns me off about it.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those games that I think there could be some amazing mods made. Not that I don't enjoy it. It's still fun. But there is people saying that it will be good for competition. So I don't know. I'm just not that good yet. I also have another shout out here from Orion from SFR to good luck with LAPD, and SFR K-Dog, good luck in Iraq. Keep your head down. Yeah, that sucks. nobody should have to go there. But you know, I've been there. I can
Oh,
say that.
I just got a memo. Team Hot has moved his competition team to The Sims, so you guys will have to realign now.
No.
Looks like Season 1 of The Sims belongs to Hot and Season 1 of Quake Wars belongs to NGA. I think that's it for us, guys. Good seasons. Been a tumultuous and what seemed like a going on forever Season 2 in TGL 2142. Good luck in the future, guys. We'll probably run across you here and there. And that's it for e-rev.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Good night.